was running. I started to run in life. I started to do the career. I came into this point where I got attention from a sports manufacturer called Nike, and they wanted to work with me. So I got a very nice contract with Nike. I'm still under with them, and a lot of pressure came with that. And I was traveling all over Europe, everywhere, and I was working and working and working and working and working. And I didn't realize, but all the pressure from everything, it really made me also sleep very, very bad. And the lack of focus and goal, because I had so many things going on, so it was actually very tearing on me and on my soul, instead of really trying to focus. Here. So I got very, very sleep deprived. So for many years I had big, big problems sleeping, but I was at the same time working top notch, traveling, working. It was going really, really, really well. And until in October of 2007, when I was on my way to Russia, to Novosibirsk in Russia, to do a job there. And on the flight, I was sitting right next to, there was a wrestling championship, so it was big guys on the flight. And it was the flight from Second World War. It was going like this, and it was chicken hands and everything on the flight, and camouflage net up here. It was really primitive, so to speak. And I was sitting next to these guys, these wrestling guys, who everything they did on this 7-hour flight was eat. Constantly. They had bags of food with them. And I sat like this for 7 hours, and suddenly I got a feeling that something was wrong. Something was really wrong. But I didn't know what kind of feeling this was. So when I came back from this trip, I went to my doctor and said, Mister, something is wrong here. I don't know what it is, but I need you to check and to see what can this be, because I feel this is not correct. And I had to convince the doctor to do all the tests, because I was too young to have anything. And it was just a waste of time to try to do something. But I said I will not leave the office without him doing any tests, so finally he did, and he saw that I had cancer. And I was, 1 week after, I was in surgery. And directly after surgery, I was starting with the chemotherapy. And this whole ballet that you have to go through. 1 week after I got this message, my best friend called me. A girl, her name is Camilla. And she had been to the doctor too. And she was also diagnosed with cancer. Breast cancer. And it was so weird, because we were best friends, and in a matter of 1 week we both got diagnosed with cancer. And for me, I felt I was swimming without being able to swim, because I had no idea how I was going to keep my head above water, because I felt I was drowning. But I just tried to keep floating. And when she came and told me she had cancer too, I was like, this is impossible. How can this be? And at the same time I was traveling, I had to be on top of my game, constantly on focus on work, because I had a contract. And it was very hard for me to focus. I got a lot of amazing professional help, of course. So I utilized all that help. I started to, something happened. The first thing that happened to me in my mind when I was diagnosed with cancer is that I was like, I stopped. Everything stopped. I needed to sit down and just live. I needed to sit down and breathing, please. that is exactly what keeps us alive. But somehow we tend to forget this as people. We tend to forget to sit down and just breathe. And that was what I was doing. I was not breathing. I was running. And I was jumping from one thing to the other. I was never present here. I was present there. If our future is there, or there, or there, I was always living in that moment which was not happening yet. I forgot to breathe. I completely forgot how to be, because I was always focusing, I have to, because. So I forgot to live. And the combination of not living in the moment here, and the combination of always hunting something and not breathing, that internal stress, I am convinced to the day today, that was what caused me to get diagnosed of cancer. So I had to start to rethink. I had to start to re-be, and I had to start to relive. And it was very scary, because when you start by living, you have to sometimes start to face your fears and try to open and dig inside and see what is important to you and what can you do. The point is that I made a choice. I made a choice to start to live and slow down, but still work. But I just really needed to center on what I am here to do, and that is to live. And to do what I feel will nurture my soul to keep on living. But unfortunately, maybe it's not in my power, the cancer, to disappear or stay. So I needed to start working with my mind. First I was thinking, how should I feel now? I have a diagnosis. Should I feel very sick? Or should I feel like I have a pain in my leg? Or how does it work, this thing? So I just started to really think that I had a feeling that the disease was only temporarily. It was not a part of me. I refused to make it the diagnosis a part of me and take me down in the drain. I had to focus every day, and it's so hard to start to focus on something positive off from something negative. Every day I had to repeat, every day I woke up, I went to bed, I was fighting this whole thing. I woke up in the morning, I was fighting, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna win. I picture myself like the disease is a pit stop. It just temporarily stopped in me, but it's gonna drive away in a while.